One of the really beautiful things that I heard that are very powerful is that, and of course, amongst the people who get most depressed are those who follow the news the most, right? Because most news is bad news, and listening to bad news is bad news for you because it'll affect you. But they say the only justification for following the news is either benefit or concern. Benefit if you're seeking some benefit from it, right? It's in your profession, etc. You need to know what's going on. There's some benefit or some concern. You're concerned about what's going on in the world. But if you're following the news and what's going on, then make dua. Right? Make dua. And if you don't know what to make dua for the good. Right? Sometimes we don't know. Like, if you're following the US elections, you don't know which one of a assorted bunch will be the least harmful candidate or whatever. There's no reward in punditry. And there's no prize given if you guessed who would be the right candidate from the Republican Party or for this or that. But there is reward in concern. Right? You know, so whatever news one follows, right? Make dua. Make a quick dua. Oh Allah. And it can be in your own word. And you don't know what to say. We know from the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ that saying Ya Rabb is a dua. Ya Rabb. Right? Like the hadith in the 40 Nawawi on Allah is pure and accepts nothing but the pure. When it mentions the distressed traveler. What do they say in distress? Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb. In dua. And that alone, it's dua. Because it's like Ya Rabb, insert need here. And you're saying, well, Allah, you know my need better than I do. Right? So this is one of the practical things that when you follow the news, of course you'll realize that you don't need to follow it so much because it's not actually that new. It's the same thing going on again and again. So make dua. Similarly, when you hear about people who are sick or you're talking to people, etc., it's a good practice. Always make dua for them. You meet someone. Technically, our salam is a dua. Not technically, in meaning. Assalamu alaikum, it's a dua. But it's a good practice. Try to make a commitment. Anytime you hear any news, always make dua for whatever the issue is. And then if you realize it's not something to make dua for, that you're following this weekend there's some prize ceremony, right? And you say, okay, there's no really justifiable dua you can make for who will win or what's going to happen or is there anything of eternal consequence or good or even worldly good that'll be preserved through making dua for any of the outcomes. You're like, maybe that's not what I should be spending my time on. But and similarly, whenever you meet someone, make it a habit to make a dua for them. Above and beyond intending the salam, but make a dua for them. You don't have to announce it. Hold on a second, before you go out, let me make dua for you. But make dua for them. Okay? And that's that's a means of tremendous good. Because we know that none of you believes until they wish for others of the good that they wish for themselves. And this is one way of nurturing this concern. Right? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of the people concerned.